Today we're going to talk you through the Sonos app in depth so you can get a flavour of what it would be like. Hi guys, Jonathan here from Smart Home Sounds, a home audio retailer based in the UK. Welcome to another video. Today's video will be all about the Sonos app because while sound quality and features are very important when choosing audio products, we think it is equally important to understand how you'll be using the system day to day and whether the app is something you like the look of. It's also good to know that even if you don't like the look of the app, you can just use it for setup purposes, and then you can take advantage of third-party services that you might already be familiar with, like Apple AirPlay 2 or Spotify Connect. I won't be showing absolutely everything in the Sonos app, but walking you through how it works generally as if I was demonstrating it to you in our very own showroom. So if this sounds good, please consider subscribing, as we are Sonos specialists, so we have plenty of other Sonos content as well as other similar brands that you may want to check out. And I'm sorry if you're watching this 2 years after upload and you're finding the Sonos app looks completely different. They like to refine it over time, but how it works generally will stay the same, and we'll be sure to cover any major changes in future videos. So the Sonos app has recently been updated to a new S2 version, so when you go to download it, it should be the one with a gold background. It is a requirement of the Sonos system to be able to download the Sonos app for setup purposes, so you do need a smartphone or tablet that's capable of downloading apps, and it's not possible to set up the speakers just using a PC. And of course, you will need a reliable Wi-Fi connection to use the Sonos speakers day to day. So when you open the Sonos app for the first time, it will prompt you to set up a new system where you can create a Sonos account, connect to your Wi-Fi, name the rooms, import music streaming service accounts and voice assistants if you want to, etc. It's a really nice setup process, and we'll leave that for another video, but they have refined this over the years, so it's really smooth. When you've set up your products, you'll then have access to the Sonos app, and you can see there's 5 buttons down the bottom here. So when you go to open the Sonos app, as I said, you can see 5 different buttons down the bottom here. The screen that will first open is the My Sonos screen, which is a really handy feature to have because it's sort of where you can save all of your favorite content, whether that's albums, playlists, radio stations, anything you want, so that you can easy access it for in the future. So you can sort of build it up over time so that it becomes your very own Sonos homepage, if you like. So you can see that you've got the recently played, which is added as default. So Sonos will save all of your recently played stuff. And then here I've saved a random album, and you can actually click on these and it will load the album straight away, and you can start playing them to whichever room that you want to. And then again, you've got playlists, and you can save songs, and then here you can save your favorite radio stations, which is where I actually use this day to day. And then down the bottom here, you'll see this Now Playing screen, which is on all of the 5 buttons, so it doesn't move, so it's there when you need it. Obviously, you can resume from your last session, and you've got the volume slider here as well to turn the volume up and down. So that's pretty much the first screen. If I go on to the next screen, this is the Browse section. So this is where you can access all of your imported music streaming service accounts. So you can see we've got paid music streaming services here. At the top here, you've got Sonos Radio, which is an exclusive radio sort of service to Sonos. They have all of the existing worldwide radio stations built in, but also what's nice is that they have exclusive playlists that they have made at Sonos HQ, and that is based on different genres. So I'd encourage you to have a look at those. There is a paid service as well if you want to make it HD, if you are really enjoying it. And then if I just show you, if I tap Spotify, this is based on the Spotify app, so it saves all of your daily mixes, your release radar. So if I just tap on my daily mix, I've got stuff from Madonna, which is not myself, it's not based on myself, yeah, so it will save all of your daily mixes there as well, and it will be based on the Spotify app. So you've got the genres, best of artists, mood, etc. This will all be personalized to you, so that's great. And then of course at the bottom you've got TV, so if you've got a Sonos soundbar you can switch between TV and music, but it will automatically do that if you start playing music, for example. So if we move on to the System tab, this is where you'll see a list of all of your existing Sonos rooms, and this is also where you can group the music from different rooms, play the same music in every room or different music playing in different rooms at the same time. So all you need to do this is click on this grouping icon here, and this is where you'll be presented with a list of your rooms and a tick box. So whatever music that you're playing at that time, you would simply tick these rooms, and it would automatically start playing on those rooms over Wi-Fi. Now, what is also quite cool is that you can set up particular groups. So you can see here we've got an everywhere one, which is default, so it saves you having to tap every single room. And you've also got, we actually set up the downstairs one, so we've got all the ground floor rooms set up as a group, and then set up a new group. You can just press the plus icon there, and you can assign which rooms you want in a group. So that's the system one, and you can see all 4 zones are now grouped. And then to ungroup them, you would simply go back onto the grouping and then untick it again. Okay, and then if we move on to the search tab, now this is where you can find, if you want quick access to a certain artist or song or album or playlist, there's loads of different content that you can search under. It will search your existing music streaming services or Sonos Radio. So if I just searched, I don't know, Coldplay, for example, under artists, so it brings up my Apple Music, Deezer, Spotify, and you can access those through those different streaming services. So that's quite handy. I use that all the time, and it's a very crucial element of using the Sonos app. And then the 5th screen is just your settings. So what is nice is that at the top here you've got these windows which Sonos sort of recommends different things if you haven't set up TruePlay yet, or if you haven't connected surrounds to a particular room, or try Sonos Radio HD, add a voice assistant, anything that it thinks that to get the most out of the Sonos app, it'll recommend up here. And this is also where you can add new services, like if you've just bought a new music streaming service, you can set it up here. If you need to add a new Sonos speaker, you can do it here. If you need to change the EQ, if you need to change the bass or the treble, customize your Sonos system in any way, this is where you'll find it. Now, we have done a Sonos tips and tricks video which sort of goes over the most important settings, which you might find useful. So that is pretty much the Sonos app in a nutshell. Now, obviously there is much more that you can do with the Sonos app, and like I said, we have filmed a separate tips and tricks video so you can get the most out of the system once you're all up and running. Now, some options are fairly well hidden, so it's definitely worth a watch. As always, if you have any questions about using the Sonos app at all, pop them down in the comments below and we'll do our very best to answer as many as we can. Don't forget, if there's a particular Sonos speaker or bundle that you're interested in, the chances are we have done a YouTube review on it, so feel free to search for that on our channel. If you'd like any personal buying advice, don't hesitate to reach out to a member of our team who all have lots of experience using Sonos systems, so we can all help you make the right choice. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon.